Derrick White's All-Star breakthrough as Celtics reshape their championship blueprint. The Boston Celtics enter the upcoming NBA season with heightened expectations, a refreshed roster, and a renewed determination to capture the championship banner that has eluded them in recent years. While much of the attention naturally gravitates toward established stars like Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown, an intriguing subplot is developing around Derrick White, the steady two-way guard who has quietly become one of the Celtics' most reliable performers. This year, fans and analysts alike are asking the same question: is this the season Derrick White finally earns his first All-Star selection? From San Antonio to Boston, the rise of Derrick White. Derrick White's journey to Boston wasn't a straight line to stardom. Drafted by the San Antonio Spurs with the 29th overall pick in the 2017 NBA Draft, White was originally seen as a developmental prospect rather than a plug-and-play star. Under Greg Popovich, he refined his game, honing his defensive instincts, learning how to run an offense, and earning a reputation as a high-IQ player who could adapt to any system. By the time the Celtics traded for him in 2022, White was already respected around the league as a hard-nosed defender and reliable playmaker. But in Boston, surrounded by elite scorers and under the bright lights of championship contention, his game blossomed. His contributions during the 2023 postseason, particularly his clutch shooting and defensive tenacity, endeared him to Celtics fans and solidified his role as a cornerstone of the team's rotation, a pivotal role in a restructured roster. This offseason, the Celtics reshaped their roster to address depth and balance. By adding new pieces while keeping their core intact, they've created an environment where White is poised to take on an even bigger role. As the likely starting point guard alongside Tatum, Brown, and Kristaps Porzingis, White will often be the glue that holds the offense together. His responsibilities will range from initiating plays and setting the tempo to spacing the floor with consistent three-point shooting. On defense, he'll be tasked with guarding elite guards on a nightly basis, something he's proven more than capable of doing. Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla has already hinted at giving White more freedom to create offensively. With Marcus Smart no longer in Boston, White is expected to become the team's primary perimeter defender while also growing as a facilitator. That dual responsibility sets the stage for him to produce the kind of stat line that could catch the attention of All-Star voters. Why the All-Star buzz is real. Every season, there's a handful of players who emerge as surprise All-Star candidates. Derrick White is firmly in that conversation this year, and here's why. 1. Consistent statistical growth. White has steadily increased his production since arriving in Boston. His scoring, three-point shooting percentage, and assist numbers all trend upward last season. If he takes another leap while playing starter-level minutes, his averages could reach All-Star territory. 2. Boston spotlight. Playing for the Celtics comes with a massive platform. If Boston sits near the top of the Eastern Conference standings, which many expect, voters are more likely to reward multiple Celtics with All-Star spots. 3. Two-way excellence. White's defense is already All-NBA caliber. He's one of the league leaders in blocks among guards and consistently ranks near the top in defensive metrics. Add in improved defensive efficiency, and he becomes a complete package voters can't ignore. For narrative momentum, NBA All-Star voting is partly about storylines. With the Celtics roster changes and Smart's departure, White stepping up as the team's new defensive leader and steady hand at point guard could be a narrative that pushes him into the spotlight. What the numbers say. Let's look at some advanced metrics that highlight White's impact. Defensive rating. White consistently ranks among the league's best guards in defensive rating. His ability to switch onto multiple positions gives Boston flexibility. Player impact estimate. White's pie has climbed every season since joining the Celtics, showing his growing influence on winning basketball. Win shares. In the 2023-24 season, he finished top 3 on the team in win shares, trailing only Tatum and Brown. That's elite company. If White can push his averages into the range of 17-18 points, 6 assists, 4 rebounds, 1 block, and 1 steal per game on efficient shooting, his All-Star case becomes very real. The competition in the East. Of course, earning an All-Star spot in the Eastern Conference won't be easy. White will be competing against guards like Damian Lillard, Bucks, Donovan Mitchell, Cavaliers, Trae Young, Hawks, Tyrese Halliburton, Pacers, Jalen Brunson, Knicks, LaMelo Ball, Hornets. That's a crowded field. But White's advantage lies in his defensive impact and team success. If Boston holds the number 1 seed midway through the season, voters may reward multiple Celtics, increasing his chances. How White elevates Boston's championship hopes. Beyond individual accolades, White's growth directly impacts Boston's championship trajectory. The Celtics already have 2 elite scorers in Tatum and Brown. Porzingis adds interior scoring and floor spacing. What they need is a steadying force, someone who can defend, make the right reads, and knock down open shots in big moments. White is exactly that. Fans saw this in the playoffs, when White's timely three-pointers and fearless drives shifted momentum in critical games. If he continues to evolve, he could become Boston's X-factor in their quest for Banner 18. Fan and media reactions. Celtics fans are already buzzing on social media about White's all-star chances. Many point to his playoff heroics as proof that he's ready for the leap. Analysts on ESPN and The Ringer have also mentioned him as a potential breakout star, especially in light of Boston's restructured lineup. Former NBA players have weighed in too. Richard Jefferson recently praised White's ability to do all the little things that win games, while Kendrick Perkins has publicly campaigned for White to receive more recognition as one of the best defensive guards in the league. The mental game, White's mindset. Derrick White has always been known as a humble, team-first player. He doesn't chase the spotlight, but he understands the importance of stepping up when his team needs him. In interviews, he often emphasizes winning over individual recognition, but make no mistake, the all-star buzz has reached him. White himself acknowledged in a recent press conference, "I've worked hard to get to this point. Whatever comes from that, all-star or not, I just want to help this team win." That mindset could actually work in his favor. Fans and media love a player who prioritizes team success while delivering all-star level performances. What it would mean for his career. An all-star selection would mark a significant milestone in White's career. It would validate his journey from late first-round pick to cornerstone on a championship contender. It would also cement his place among the NBA's elite guards, opening doors to more recognition, endorsements, and long-term legacy conversations. For Boston, having another all-star alongside Tatum and Brown would reinforce their depth and versatility. It would also signal to the rest of the league that the Celtics are not just a two-star team but a well-rounded powerhouse. As the season approaches, the spotlight will only grow brighter on Derrick White. Training camp and preseason will offer glimpses of how he fits into the Celtics' new structure. Once the games count, his performance will determine whether the all-star buzz turns into reality. For Celtics fans, the idea of Derrick White becoming an all-star is more than just a feel-good story. It's a reflection of the team's depth, culture, and commitment to excellence. For White himself, it's the culmination of years of hard work, perseverance, and quiet determination. The path won't be easy, but the stage is set. If Boston thrives and White rises to the occasion, this could be the season that defines not only his career but also the Celtics' championship destiny. Derrick White may not have the flashiest game or the biggest name, but he represents the essence of what makes Boston dangerous: toughness, versatility, and selflessness. If he seizes the moment, we could very well see him not only in the All-Star game but also lifting the Larry O'Brien Trophy when the season is over.